time. Good evening. First, I want to say thank you for Esteban for inviting me to read, along with all the other writers tonight. And then also a special thanks to Malvern Books for having us here tonight. So let's get started. For my queer ancestors. Somewhere across the border, beyond the desert, beyond cerros, my family history is erased each day, but I only know them by name. Federico, Elvira, Antonio, Magdalena. Maybe you two held hands with a boy like you, or a girl like you. Mateo, Griselda, Luis, Zoraida. To take a leap means sometimes losing your family. Gustavo, Micaela, Angel, Esmeralda. If I lose them, I will ask you to help me find myself. Arnulfo, Esperanza, Luis Mario, Marisol. If you can read this, I'm losing myself. In Mexico, I asked my grandfather if anyone in our family is gay. He says, in nuestra sangre, there aren't any of them. And I say, Tomás, Francis, Juan Jose, and he walks away. This one was inspired from our rainy September from last year, right, where it kind of rained every day. Like the teachers who work with me, we just stared out the window and got ready for wintertime sadness. This one is titled Listening for Submergence. The force of running water from inside my apartment walls rumble. I press my hand against the wall, feel the rush. Across town, my sister wakes to her heels breaking water on the hardwood floor. A leaking pipe bursts in the middle of the night. She shrieks. And father has another dream of his brother's body plunging against the waves of the Rio Grande. His brother names overflows father's body. He shakes. I ask him, how does it feel to drown? Answer, it feels like every regret stuck in your throat. Outside, it has been raining for a month. Rainwater accumulates at the bottom of my apartment stairs. I watch the deep stream, wonder if Jesus knew his feet wouldn't sink when he walked on the surface of the ocean. At home, my mother drinks another glass of water whenever she sees me to wash down my gayness. At night, I fill the bathtub with my body and water pours out. Mother gulps another glass of water. My sister's apartment keeps leaking. Father keeps dreaming. When will this rain end? I ask my sister. She says, when my floor stops rising. And mother is running out of glasses to drink from. And father has another dream of his brother's body in the river. This time, father jumps in and swims towards him, pulls him out, and his brother's body ascends towards the sky. Father's face in awe. This time, the water swallows him. At home, I become obsessed with water. I Google, how many glasses of water can I drink until I drown? That's not my name. In the 5th grade, I wanted to tuck my name behind my teacher's tongue. I thawed on mornings, prepared myself as she went down the roster, ashamed to ask her to not yawn my name around. The classroom eyes off, I hunch a little. They know she's merging 2 syllables into one. Of those things she prided herself was making sure we, her students, weren't meant to feel small. My ears feel her jaw snap as she opens her mouth all day, calling my name. With each jab at it, my back gets heavy, hauling the weight of 2 languages. Once at a field trip, a woman pressed the permanent marker against a name tag, her blue eyes tracing every letter. She called me Sa. I wanted to stand tall, but translucent I became. I heard many names that afternoon from my teacher, strangers, friends. Towards the end, they didn't know what to call me. The Spanish kid made its way mouth to mouth, ear to mouth. A child can only take so much taunting. How to tell them my name has soul? I should have said how my name is Spanish, stays in your tongue a little longer, how I am the unyielding color, azul. I know now, not all tongues move, fold, press against teeth to reach for more. The tongues I know now, I can bend. I can say to people, that's not how you say my name. In the school bus, I sat alone in the back, put my mouth against the window and breathed against it. In the mist, I wrote my name and I watched it vanish again, 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 and again. This one will be the last one. 13 reasons why my Mexican father fears water. 1. Father's body floats on weekend mornings. His belly rises with each breath. One hand extends next to his face. The other hangs on the side of the bed. 2. Father dreams of drowning, his body immersed in dark waters. His hands reach for dryness. At dawn, he floods his room with his brother's name. His voice breaks in mid-sleep. I can hear his body fighting for air. 3. Father works his 5th night shift this week. He reaches back to the floor wax machine, leans his chest and on the handles and flips the on switch. He watches the sponge rotate as the stream flows out. 4. Father chugs beer, throws it back like water. I ask him if he wants another. He nods. He cracks it open, brings it to his lips, and downs the liquid. He crushes the can with one hand and belches out all the air inside him. 5. Father's arm push against the current of the Rio Grande. His legs tread water. He reaches the surface for his brother, searches the surface for his brother. Father listens to the shift of the waves. They tell him what his next move should be. Water crashes into his face. A current takes him under too. 6. He scratches his head, looks away from my eyes. I know he doesn't want to see me fight against water when I ask him to go to my swim meet. It's okay, I tell him. You don't have to come. He smiles and says, I'm tired today, but I'll go next time. 7. He takes us to the beach, watches our bodies break tides. The waves crash into us, and the ocean hands drag my brother into its mouth. Father's eyes follow my brother from the shore. He bites his lip, sinks his feet deeper into the sand, shouts, Carlos! 8. A geyser of hot water shoots from the car radiator. Father burns his hand. He curses into the air. Pinche agua hija de su puta madre. 9. At a drive-through car wash, water leaks in through the window. Father takes a napkin from the dashboard, but water softens it apart. He looks around the car. Nothing can prevent water from coming in. As a sponge roller presses against the windshield, he closes his eyes and sighs. 10. Water falls from the sky. Father drives us through a storm. I hold on to the armrest. Rain beats on the windshield. Wipers whoosh water away. Father smirks, lowers my window. I flinch at the touch of the cold wetness. He says, it's just water. 11. Every March 31st, my father takes white roses to the San Antonio River. He drops all 14, the age of his brother Carlos, who drowned at the Rio Grande. He watches each flower bob up and down as the calm current takes them south. Their bodies don't drown. 12. We watch my mother water the plants outside. The summer breeze carries the smell of wet dirt. Father stares out into the distance. Mother wets him with the hose. His eyes widen, his breath locks, but he laughs it off. 13. After Father's heart attack, the doctor sent him to do water therapy. Father refuses. Water doesn't heal everything. I convince him to go by joining him. In the pool, his body struggles to move. I tell him to walk towards me. He says he can't. I swim to him. I ask him if he trusts me. He nods his head, and I lean his body slowly onto the water. As he lets go of his body, his feet rise up to the surface. Thank you.